The French Dispatch is 3 things: anthology, The New Yorker, and a French movie.
The French Dispatch is a movie that's made up of a collection of different stories that appear
in an edition of the French Dispatch, which is this American Outpost International magazine.
Shrink the masthead, cut some ads, and tell the foreman to buy more paper. I'm not killing anybody. I play this fellow Howitzer, the editor of a magazine, loosely based on someone at the New Yorker. Try to make it sound like you wrote it that way on purpose.
His kind of incredible sympathy for writers and encouragement. It's moving how much he believes in and supports his writers.
You don't think it's almost too seedy this time?
No, I don't.
For decent people.
It's supposed to be charming.
The hero of every story, sort of, is a writer. And we have the writer's work, and we have the stories they're telling, and we kind of intercut between them.
We take as the subject of tonight's lecture Mr. Moses Rosenthaler, certainly the loudest artistic voice of his rowdy generation.
The concrete masterpiece is J.K.L. Barrington, which is the character that I play. Account of a great master called Moses Rosenthaler.
He's a very talented painter at a young age, but he ends up in jail, and another inmate becomes his art manager.
I want to buy it.
It's not for sale.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
The kids did this. Obliterated 1,000 years of Republican authority in less than a fortnight. What do they want? Freedom. Full stop.
In the late 60s, there was a student revolution. It was a turning of the culture, a changing of the tide. The youthful reach for ego and intellect. Is there a story in us for the people of Kansas?
Maybe.
Frances McDormand has this character that's inspired by Mavis Gallant. She had so many great short stories that were published in the New Yorker over the years, and this whole story is really intended as a bit of an homage to her.
Lieutenant Nescaffier. He is the great exemplar of the mode of cuisine known as police cooking.
May I interrupt with a question? Please, just permit me to dog-ear the page mentally. Beg your pardon.
I play a writer named Roebuck Wright, who's on assignment to explore this extraordinary chef, played by Stephen Park.
The aromas of the kitchen cast a spell, which was to be mortally broken.
Other events descend upon the table, and his story veers away along with those events.
As you know by now, we have kidnapped your son.
Hello, shut up.
The night erupts into a kidnapping, a chase, and a criminal story.
It's like a voyage in sensations. It's almost like a drug trip.
One hour to press.
You're fired.
Really?
Don't cry in my office.
Dear Evan Hansen, today is going to be an amazing day, and here's why.
Have you been doing those letters to yourself with Dr. Sherman?
I've been trying to. Have you ever felt like nobody was there?
No one signed your cast. Now we can both pretend we're friends.
I'm sorry about my brother.
Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? I wish everything was different. Wish I was part of something. Wish that anything I said mattered. Have you ever felt like you could disappear?
Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah, that's mine. I'll just take it. Wait, I need that back. You could fall.
Hi, Kaitlyn. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Doing fine. Doing fine. And I know you were in that movie Detroit a few years back, so that means we consider you a fellow Detroiter. So you get all the Motor City love. So there you go.
I've also spent a couple of Christmases in Port Huron.
Oh, okay.
I do love Michigan. It's very beautiful, and I love it.
Well, fantastic. Thank you so much for the time. No, we're good. I was going to say, you think about the title, of this Dear Evan Hansen, it just sounds like a nice, love story, love letter going. But just to find out that this almost like class project or this project winds up getting mixed up, and boy, does it cause all type of confusion, huh?
I think it's I don't know if it's necessarily confusion. I think it's people have their own opinions, but I think that ultimately the reason why I wanted to be a part of it was because the Broadway show is so deeply loved by so many.
Mhm.
And you read things online, but you read that this watching the Broadway show got people through some hard times or helped them better understand their grief or better understand mental health in a new way. So getting to be able to be a part of a project that will immortalize that kind of story forever in film and allow people who didn't see the Broadway show see it now on film forever. I think it's that's a big reason why I wanted to be a part of it. So I'm excited for people to see it in the theater and to experience it with other people watching it in a theater. And I'm really looking forward to that. And I think it's a really special project.
Reach out your hand.
People started sharing it. It's everywhere.
I don't understand what happened.
You did. You don't know how much you've given my family and me.
You will be found. Let the sun come streaming in. As you reach up and you rise again. If you only look.
Were you ever actually friends with him?
I never meant to make it such a mess. I was trying to help. If you knew who I am, just how broken I am.
I already know you. And I love you.
I have to tell them.
What do you want, Richard? I'll be honest with you.
I want money.
I want to do a good deed. I want to do a lot more.
The best things in life are free.
I try to set an example for my nephew.
Give them to the birds and bees.
Anthony got kicked out of school. I went through all that trouble, and for what?
I'm always being accused. You gotta be good.
That's what I want.
I want to do whatever I can to help the family.
Money don't get everything, it's true. What it don't get, I can't use. I want money.
Wonder what they talk about in that.
And actually going to start out, Michael, start out with you. Question I'm quite sure no one has asked you so far, but you played the young Tony Soprano, which of course your dad, James, played it in the series. Talk a little bit about, stepping into that role for yourself.
Yeah, I got to play one of the greatest characters of all time. So I got to work with Vera and John and Corey and Leslie and Alessandro. I mean, it doesn't really get better than that for a young actor. In regards to kind of, stepping into this role, I just wanted to do my job, really. I sort of understood that if I showed up memorized with ideas and with, my homework done, and I can give anything that my fellow castmates needed or anything they needed, then I did my job and I succeeded. That was the goal, was to learn and to be the best sort of young actor, a part of this incredible cast and crew. That's what I focused on. I didn't really think about the macro too much, or else I think I would have.
Yeah. You're the guy, you'd been working for him, but then you're realizing, you know what, I can do this on my own. So he goes out and tries to start his own business up. Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. I thought about them a lot like brothers, cousins.
Yeah.
Anybody can understand, anybody who's been marginalized for some reason that they can't control, your race, your age, your gender, your sexuality, can understand that question that you ask yourself of, but for this thing, what would I be? What could I be? And, the resentment that can build from that. And I think that that's what, gets in the way of their, the continuation of a friendship.
You directed several of the television episodes as well of The Sopranos. What's it like getting involved now with basically the prequel, just letting us all know where all the characters came from?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it is a prequel, and it gives you a glimpse of where many of the characters we know started out, but it's not really an origin story, at least in my mind. It's a Soprano story. It's I think David Chase managed to find another character in the mythology who'd never appeared in the show, but where he could dive into the same questions and the same tones. Dicky Moltisanti is the hero of this movie. We're using the word loosely. But it's a chance to sort of explore again his take on America, David Chase's take on the human condition, and to do it with the same humor and the same edge of violence that the show specialized in. So it's we see where people came from. Certainly, we see a lot of what started to form Tony, but it's sort of a standalone story about a Sopranos man.
If anybody tells anybody about this,
How you doing on your merit badges?
I want to do all kinds of good things.
It's the wanting. Pain comes from always wanting things. What do I know? I'm a murderer.
The best things in life are free.
Got myself a son.
Hi, Christopher. Hello.
Okay, all right.
It's like a scam or something.
Some babies, when they come into the world, know all kinds of things from the other side.
That's what I want.
Michigan Renaissance Festival. Weekends. August 21st through October 3rd. Open 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Free parking available.
So I am at the Maple Theater right now. Right behind me to my right, you can walk through the doors and go straight over to Como's. Something that people don't know is that Peas and Carrots Hospitality took it over about 2 years ago when they reopened. And the Detroit-style pizza that we serve now is a signature of ours that they did not have before. So it is a new and improved Como's. If they want to find us on social media, our Instagram is @Como's Restaurant. Our Facebook is Como's Ferndale. It is both Como's Ferndale and Como's Bloomfield. They can find us at comosrestaurant.com. They can also download our Como's app or text the number 33733, and they will receive a link to download the app, and they get 20% off their first purchase.
Hey, Greg Russell here from Movie Show Plus. Enjoying being here at the Foundation Hotel this week. We've been taking the show on the road quite a bit. Now, if you've got a business that you would like us to showcase, just let us know. Get in touch with us via our website right here, movieshowplus.com, and we'll get back with you. And hey, who knows? You might be the next movie star right here on Movie Show Plus.
Michigan Renaissance Festival. Weekends. August 21st through October 3rd. Open 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Free parking available.
Kid, the next time I say let's go someplace like Bolivia, let's go someplace like Bolivia.
Next time. Ready?
No, we'll jump.
Yo, what? What you say? Yo, bad! Yo, bad! How's it come back, yo, bad?
I hope I never make a woman that angry.
As some of you may know, I just finished my coverage of the Toronto International Film Festival, known as TIFF, which is one of the biggest film festivals and one of the most influential for each year's award season. While some of the biggest films like Dune, Spencer, and Belfast were not shown to critics like me who attended the festival virtually, I did see a lot of great films and performances, and I wanted to highlight 3 particular movies that really stood out. First, the best film I saw at TIFF was a foreign film, an animated film, and a documentary all rolled into one. The powerful movie is called Flee, and it just might win in all 3 of those categories this season. It's the personal story of a gay man who fled his home and life in Afghanistan, and it's a must-see. It's set for a limited release from Neon this December. The best female performance I saw at TIFF was hands down Jessica Chastain, who is completely unrecognizable as she melts away into the makeup and character of Tammy Faye Baker. In The Eyes of Tammy Faye, she plays one half of the famous TV evangelist duo made complete by her husband Jim Baker, played equally impressively by Andrew Garfield. The movie is directed by Michael Showalter, director of The Big Sick and Hello, My Name is Doris, which are 2 of my favorite films of recent years. The movie itself is solid, if a bit long, but there is no question that Jessica Chastain will land on all of the year-end best of lists. As far as my favorite male performance from TIFF, that has to be Ben Foster for his incredibly versatile role in Barry Levinson's The Survivor. Foster plays real-life Auschwitz survivor Harry Haft, who became a prize fighter after being forced to fight for his life, literally, inside the concentration camp. The official trailer for The Survivor has yet to be released, and there hasn't been any word on distribution just yet, but Ben Foster, who's been so great for so long, truly deserves recognition. Shifting away from TIFF, this weekend's big release is the musical Dear Evan Hansen, starring Ben Platt, and my full review of that film can be found online. For more detailed reviews of these and other movies, please check me out on Rotten Tomatoes. You can go to the site, search the critics list to find Tom Santilli, and you can scroll through all of my recent and not so recent reviews. Another good way to find my stuff is to follow me on Twitter at Tom Santilli, or go to the website movieshowplus.com.
Is she here yet?
Not yet, ma'am, no.
Then she's late.
Yes, she is late.
Your Royal Highness.
Mummy!
Family are all gathered in the drawing room. They are waiting.
3 days. That's it.
They're getting quite serious about you. So stand very still and smile a lot. They know everything. They don't.
Mummy, what's happened to make you so sad?
Well, here, in this house, there is no future. Past and the present are the same thing. Diana, they can't change. You have to change.
You have to be able to do things you hate.
You hate?
There has to be two of you. There's the real one and the one they take pictures of. Diana, for the good of the country.
For the country. You know, I really like things that are simple, ordinary, the things that are real. There's no hope for me. Not with them. Fight them. You are your own weapon.
Will they kill me, do you think?
Welcome to the home of fear and fright, where not all guests survive the night. The lucky souls will live to tell, and those who don't will rot in.
What's the matter with you? You can't say that. This is a family show. What are you doing?
Welcome, foolish Muppets, to tonight's very special Halloween challenge.
We just have to survive the night in this haunted mansion.
Everything here will seem familiar, but your eyes may deceive you.
Whoa.
I'm mysterious. Madame Pagoda. Wait, stop. Turn it down. I can't hear myself think.
Take 5, everybody.
Where are you going? No.
Happy Halloween. This place is really haunted. Fiends, omens, and bogeymen. Lend me your fear.
It's showtime.
Usually I'm worried about dying up here, but looks like you beat me to it. Don't you have anything better to do than boo me?
Tough room. Ooh, indoor lightning.
I'm not a shrimp.
Close enough.
Shaka waka!
If by sunrise you fail this endeavor, then you must remain here forever.
I'm out of here. How did you?
I
could just eat you alive.
That's sweet, right?
Muppets Haunted Mansion, streaming exclusively on Disney+.
People ask me all the time, what is secret cinema? It started in 2012 and has grown. It's a program that occurs every month, at least twice a month. It's a classic film series, but the twist is you won't know what the movie is until the lights go down. We have a host who gives hints about the film prior to it starting and then tells you more about it and conducts a Q&A after the film. The host is someone who is passionate about film and/or might work in the industry. It's a great way to see a film you've never seen before or to see one again with an audience and find out interesting tidbits you may not know. A ticket is only $6 and includes a popcorn if you buy something to drink. So there's different variations of secret cinema. There's Old Hollywood, which we designate as 1967 or earlier. And then there's New Hollywood, which is 1968 to the present. Old Hollywood is the first Thursday of the month, and New Hollywood is the third Thursday of the month. And when a fifth Thursday occurs, because our people who like to come to secret cinema are missing it, we have another one. It's called The Long Ones. And we choose a film that's over 2.5 hours long, because normally we won't show a film that long because of the Q&A. On the Long Ones night, we do not have a host.
We're introduced about 3 years ago by friends that attend Secret Cinema. We did not know about it, which I apologize for. We've been coming ever since, almost every one. I think we've been to about 100 of them. We are never, ever, ever bothered by the fact that we don't know the title or that we didn't guess by the clue. It's just a wonderful, fun, we don't, New Hollywood, Old Hollywood, and then the presenters and the discussion afterwards, which ranges from technical to theatrical to the business and to political. So just a fun all around, and the price can't be beat.
How often do you come to Secret Cinema?
Every month.
Really?
I do, yes.
Why do you come here every month?
I just love seeing all the great films on the big screen, meeting up with new friends, and seeing new films. It just excites me a lot. 1, 2, 3 with James Cagney. Never heard of it, saw it for the first time, and I laughed my butt off.
For me, I don't care about the clues about the movie, because I always say it's like opening a Christmas present. Like, you just don't know what it is.
We've been coming for the last couple years, and it's gotten so much more popular. It used to be maybe 20, 25 people. Now it's up to sometimes 200. We're married, but our husbands are not that interested in movies, and
So they just let us.
movie buddies.
Girls' night out.
It's a girls' night out. But seeing it on the big screen, and also having all that information and the clues, and then afterwards all the backstories.
I love the discussion afterwards. It really.
That makes it. You see people walking out like, no, that's the best part.
For more information or to buy tickets to Secret Cinema, please visit themapletheater.com.
Check out MovieShowPlus.com to watch this episode online, and for exclusive content, extended interviews with Greg Russell, and a complete archive of movie reviews with Tom Santilli. Also, make sure to like and follow us on social media and on our Movie Show Plus YouTube channel.